Hey, I want a cat. You got any more? If you're not going to bring enough for everybody.
I do have 3.
Oh, well,
Actually.
there you go.
What are their names?
Uh, Kitty. That's this
Kitty.
one. Yeah.
Hello, Kitty.
How'd you come up with that?
Well, originally I wanted to name him Xerxes, but
Okay.
we just called him Kitty, and eventually he responded to it. The same kind of thing happened with the second one, actually. So we call her Little Girl, but her original name was Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh, of course. Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Does she meow with a voice like that?
It's another thing where it's like it's a funny name, but it's like it's not actually. You don't talk to your. It's not like phonetically appropriate for a pet name in a weird way. You can't be like Dr. Girlfriend. It's like weird to call a pet in that kind
I
of
don't
like.
know.
Yeah,
It just doesn't work for me. Yeah.
Like she's got rank on you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Filmwar. Let's cut the shit. This is a mini-sode of a movie, game, show, podcast, whatever. So every second not wrapping up our 2025 awards predictions is a second wasted. The Goonies rule still stands, gentlemen. You do not want to lose your season points. Watch yourself. Tonight we have Jordan. Tonight we have Chris. Dalton and Kyle are not joining us tonight because they are monitoring the crisis in Washington for us. So the Oscars and Razzies happened, huh? I did not get the chance to watch the Oscars because of Hulu and their login authentication protocol.
Damn.
So I didn't see a single second of the Oscars last night. I tried, guys. I really did. First time
you
in many
were
years.
all about saying you were going to watch it all night.
I was going to do the show. You know, it seems so stupid for me to do this show without having seen a second of all of this nonsense. But here we are. We did some predictions of both the Oscars and the Razzies with the promise of a winner's choice of tape. Let's see how our contestants did. For worst duo at the Razzies, everyone chose Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga and Joker Folie à Deux, and everyone was right. Everyone got a point for that one.
All right.
You think that was still well-deserved?
Having not seen the film, it's hard to say. Yeah.
Same here. But it's gotten a lot of criticism, so why not?
You know, you hear people talk about the whole sort of like the movie is made to piss off the fans of the first movie thing with it, and I'm kind of like, I'm into that. I'm kind of into that. I'm curious about it.
I'm curious. I'm always curious what some would deem a very bad movie, just to see like what went wrong. Of course,
if that's the case, is maybe made to intentionally piss off fans. Did Joaquin Phoenix? I can't say his name tonight. Did Phoenix have anything to do with that?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, because there was that thing he did a while back where he was supposedly a rapper, and he was just trolling the entire world.
When I saw that film, I'm Still Here, nominated for the Oscars this year, my mind immediately went to that Joaquin Phoenix rapper film because that's a sore spot for me. I love that film. I wish it had done better.
It was confusing me for different reasons because there's a Bob Dylan movie called I'm Not There.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And there's a Bob Dylan movie nominated this year. So it was like, wait, that's not this Bob Dylan movie. That's the old Bob Dylan movie. Yeah.
The cosmos is a swirl, you know?
That's right. Circle of life and all that.
Yeah. For Best Original Screenplay at the Oscars, Chris chose September 5, Jordan chose The Brutalist, Kyle chose The Substance, Dalton chose the winner, Anora, by Sean Baker. Jordan, I know you haven't seen it. Chris, have you seen Anora?
I haven't seen much of anything.
For Worst Director at the Razzies, Chris chose Jerry Seinfeld for Unfrosted. Well deserved. Dalton and Kyle chose Todd Phillips for Joker 2. Well deserved. And Jordan chose the winner with Francis Ford Coppola for Megalopolis. He
responded.
At least he responded.
Yeah. And he seems to have a good nature about himself. You know, he's got to be drunk on his own wine every day, so can't be too hard-edged.
The wine he didn't have to sell to finance making Megalopolis.
Well, I feel like it's cutting into how much he can feed himself just based on how much wine he makes. So he's got to use it for sustenance. He's got to
he's going to end up like Orson Welles.
Yeah, terrible. For Best Director of the Oscars, Dalton chose Brady Corbett for The Brutalist. Everyone else chose James Mangold for a complete unknown reason why, because Sean Baker won for Anora. No points. You guys really thought Mangold was going to win that, and it's the most prestigious choice on the list, I'd say. But
I feel like if we go back and watch that episode, you will see that I did not really think that Mangold was going to win it.
You just wanted
If I'm remembering correctly, I feel like I was like saying a bunch of reasons. There was like, it was more of a sentimental choice than a.
You had to give it something, right?
I,
It's like,
I
yeah,
didn't.
director did a good job.
There's not a lot of logic behind it. I didn't. I do not think I expected James Mangold to win Best Director for that. But
He
I
didn't.
liked it, and I like him typically. And there you go.
Well, at least you had some kind of strategy. I just kind of looked at the pictures and like, yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
For worst actress, everyone chose something different. Chris chose Lady Gaga for Joker. Dalton chose Kate Blanchett for Borderlands. Kyle chose Jennifer Lopez for Atlas. And Jordan chose the winner, Dakota Johnson for Madam Web.
Clips look bad.
Oh, is there any redeeming qualities to that one?
It's another, like, it's a train wreck. I feel like those are sometimes as interesting to watch as a good film. Like to see like why the creative decisions made in this. How did they come to this shit? But that's just me. I'm not you.
I completely agree. I just there's something about the weird. It's like I don't want to give them the impression that they should make any more of these.
Yeah, so
I can't contribute in any way to the fucking this movie making any money.
You have to wait 9 months.
Yeah,
watch it free on Netflix.
Like, it's just. I mean, I'm curious in the train wreck, just like anybody else is. But I'm like, I need Sony to know that I do not want this.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And I don't think you will be getting any sort of that nonsense again, especially after Craven. I mean, I don't think if it's not Venom or Spider-Man, I don't think they're gonna be doing it for a while. For Best Actress, Dalton chose Carla Sofia Gascon from Emilia Perez. I do want to point out we record our special well in advance for some reason, and before many of us had seen most of these films, so a little leniency here. Jordan chose Demi Moore, who should have won. Kyle chose Cynthia Riva for Wicked, and Chris chose the winner, Mikey Madison for Honora.
Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean,
Demi, it felt like Demi's deluded. I don't know how she lost it, but.
Well, and the logic of it is like backwards with how the Academy, there's a sort of like there's a politics to how the Oscars vote and stuff like that, right? Like Chalamet's not going to win for Dylan because he's young and he'll have other chances. They think in that kind of way, right? But by that same logic, like Mikey Madison should have plenty more chances, whereas like for Demi, this would be like a career, like.
So by that logic, that it's a vote of no confidence for her career. That she's not here to stay.
Yeah, I mean,
I've also got a cat.
Oh, there you go.
Man.
And the cat wandered from my frame into yours. What just
what the hell?
Synchronicity.
Anytime. Come on.
Yeah, I don't. I was surprised. I mean, I didn't see The Substance. I would like to. I've heard it's incredible.
That's one you need to see. Yeah, it's really good.
But the Substance bit was very funny.
Explain it. Tell us what happened. I didn't see it, so.
Well, it must be like a scene from The Substance. She's like, it's Demi, and she's looking in a mirror, and
so I've seen The Substance, but I haven't seen the Oscars. You've seen the Oscars, but you haven't seen The Substance. Chris, have you seen either?
Neither.
All right, just so we know where we're all at.
And so she like falls over, and it's like her back is like kind of splitting open on the ground, and but then it's like Conan. And he comes out of it, and he's like fully dressed in his suit or what tux or whatever, and he gets out, and he's like looking at himself, and he looks down, and he's missing a shoe, and he's like, oh, where's that? And so he goes back, and it's the same shot of her back on the floor, but it's all open, and he like opens it back up and starts like digging around, and eventually like dives all the way back into her, and then comes back out with his shoe.
Nice.
That was the opening.
None of that happens in The Substance. I don't know what movie that's from. That must be from Dude or something. I don't know. Nickel Boys? Who knows? It ain't from The Substance.
Boy, yeah. Was Nickel Boys the one that was like a POV?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Didn't see it? Okay, so I didn't know anything about Nickel Boys, but
right.
Seeing some shots of it in the Oscars, I was like, this looks kind of interesting. It seemed like it was like shot in the first person.
For an Oscar.
Yeah. It seemed like it was like shot in the first person the whole time. Like everybody was always like It was always
Hardcore
these like
Henry
close-up
style.
shots of people dead on, like looking straight at the camera. I mean, no, not like at first-person shooter style though.
For worst actor, Dalton chose Zachary Levi for the Purple Crown movie. Jordan chose Joaquin, and Kyle and Chris chose the winner, the one and only Jerry Seinfeld.
Mm.
Good job, Chris. Way to
that feels right in retrospect.
yeah, for sure.
Has he ever actually been even like in the show he's part of? He's just like doing his stand-up routine just for the entire episode. I don't actually.
Oh, and he's quite bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a terrible actor.
Yeah.
Has he?
It's funny, but like
what has he
Seinfeld
actually
is not
acted
good.
in?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
a B movie, I guess.
Yeah, the B, but he still was. It's kind of like some
Right,
of these other
himself.
guys. It's,
yeah.
It's just Seinfeld, just coming out of a B instead of.
He's really supported on the Seinfeld sitcom. I mean, the material is good, and then you've got fucking Jason Alexander and Michael Richards and Julia
comic
Louis-Dreyfus,
actors working around you. Yeah.
But
he's a producer. It's by design. So
Right.
For best actor, Kyle chose Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, and everyone else chose Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. Everyone else got a point for that.
Adrian Brody's great.
Adrian Brody, A+.
Sure. All the way.
For worst picture, Dalton and George chose Megalopolis. Chris and Kyle both chose the winner, Madam Web. Should have seen that one coming.
Right.
For best picture, no one chose Nora. Kyle took a huge swing with Wicked, and all you boys chose The Brutalist. So the final tally is Chris 5, Jordan 4, Kyle and Dalton 3. Chris wins his first tape.
What?
You have the option of what tape is your prize, but I strongly urge you to take the Birdcage.
Oh,
one of the
totally.
only Gene Hackman films on the shelf.
Totally
the
Birdcage.
10 bombs. You're gonna take
have
it?
to
Good.
give props to the late great Gene Hackman.
Good. We still
and
know
that was
what
a fun
happened to him.
movie.
I love the Birdcage. Seminal film.
Movie.
I would love to see. I would love to see behind the scenes between Robin Williams and Nathan Lane. There's got to be tons of, because Robin Williams never behaves himself, and I think Nathan Lane can be a cut up too. I would love to see some behind the scenes on that.
Yeah, lots of good takes left on the cutting room floor of that film, I'm sure.
And you won't see them on the VHS.
Nope, not on VHS. I was going to say, maybe you'll get lucky and there'll be a deleted scene or two after the credits or something, but I don't think they did that for the Birdcage.
The good old days.
Follow us on Bluesky at Filmwar. That's your best open line to this show. View our full video episodes at youtube.com/@Filmwar or at thefilmwar.com. Rate us, share us, kiss us, thrill us. We have some fun stuff in the works. Brand new episode this Friday. And at the end of March, we have a very special episode focused on Saturday Night Live for some reason.
Saturday Night Live hasn't been good since 10 years ago. Is something you could say at any point for the last 50 years.
No kidding.
Or 40, I guess.
My generation, I'm going back to Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy and way back in the 80s. Yeah, that's true. It fits. Whatever generation it is. Most people like the one they grew up on.
SNL is okay right now. It's okay right now. It's not so bad. Yeah. But I do think my childhood, the 90s SNL is the best, right? I mean,
Phil Hartman years would probably be my favorite, and it overlaps with two real different casts, though.
That's true.
Yeah. But I think you go from to me, it's the Hartman, Carvey, Sandler, like that era, and then also the Will Ferrell era. Like those two 90s eras are kind of unbeatable, I think.
Well, if you guys want to hear more about our thoughts on Saturday Night Live, you should tune in a couple of weeks. Until then, any last words, gentlemen?
Tune in next time. Same Filmwar time, same Filmwar channel.
No. It's every other week. Okay. You're taking this home, Chris. Your first tape. How's it feel?
Yes. Love me, adore me. I am the winner.
Godspeed.
Filmwar, a 1,000-yard stare production.